So the sandbox is the opportunity to come and play with us. We'll be up in 218.4 today. There will be 6 people there to help you along with the 6 tools. If you don't have time to do it today, because there's so many good things going along, this is our handout.
Want more information or one-on-one assistance? We're here for you. ATS.edu.
Come to your house. Karen says she wants me to come to her house. if you make cookies, I'm there. So Becky's going to be doing Timeline.js, and Moo will be doing Picture, and Alex will be doing Prezi, and I'll be doing the PowerPoint mix. Okay? And Debbie is going to do Google Slides. She's blonde. She's taller than me. She's really nice.
Sorry, I missed that.
Hi, Siri.
Hi, Siri.
Hi, Siri. She's not going to help. Okay?
She knows everything.
But she has no hands. She can't point. And Marsha will be here as well doing spit strips. So in front of you, there's some rock. Okay? So I want you to think about your courses. They're probably already really good, and they're solid. They're not. But they're really solid for most. You've been teaching. You have a good course. You're thinking about maybe doing something a little different. Remember that sometimes you have to break things and get them down to a basic element to get them into the kiln, to get them fired, to turn them into something new. Turn them into glass. Okay, so you might have to take those rocks and turn them back into sand before you can get to the glass. So the final question is, like you flipped, right? Who are you going to play with in the sandbox today?
Is there some way you can have access either to your Prezi or...
Could you sort of ask students to timeline their work on a PBL sort of process?
You certainly could. Okay? So make a timeline now. They mean it. They don't take you to another page or anything. They say, welcome, here's one of their samples. Okay, it's easy. That's their instructions, by the way. How to make a timeline is a timeline. How it works. Okay? Make a timeline. Create your spreadsheet. Okay? They give you a template. Use it. You really need the template. Okay? But it's not that difficult. When you're done with the template, you're going to choose Publish to the Web. Then you copy and paste that published URL right here. And you preview your timeline. You can pick different fonts and stuff. And it gives you the embed code, or you just click Preview. And that's what all that we're doing for this presentation is we're linking to the preview. We don't have it embedded on a special page anywhere.
So it's not something you could print out, for instance, and submit with an undergraduate research proposal.
It would probably be difficult. I'm sure that you could print it, but of course the whole idea is the interactivity.
Yeah.
So, yep. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
One of the reasons I came is because I'm always thinking about presenting at conferences. So what I tend to do is I have bits and pieces that are all in PowerPoints, and I just pull them from the PowerPoints, and I make a new PowerPoint. Mm-hmm. And I've used Prezi and some other stuff in classes, but I'm wondering if any of you have seen the pictogram or the, certainly Prezi's I've seen at conferences, but I'd like to hear a little bit about what people use to present information at conferences, since we heard that bullets are evil yesterday.
I don't agree with that myself. I think it brings up the content, and I couldn't live without them. That's why every thing I send you to is an outline, because I don't want to tell you everything here. This is what you need. But conferences, what do you see at conferences? Greg doesn't go.
PowerPoint.
So you can be innovative, Jill.
You don't have to use bullets just because you use PowerPoint.
Right. But even I've been thinking a lot about the images. We were talking about images yesterday, and so those of you who put in images, which I do sometimes myself, but I mean, like Sandy, you just showed us some on this timeline. Do you just go to Google Images and search and find something?
Oh, that's what I do for some of them. I make sure that they are Creative Commons, right, and they are cited. If you see that that's part of the template. It's part of the template that there's a place for it for your citing source. I mean, it's not going to be in APA or MLA style. It's going to be a link back to wherever you got it. But you can make the text be whatever you want. So you can use your own images. Those are like my milestone points. Then you can go out and get the web images as well. Mm-hmm. Yes, William.
And the library has a database where you can get images.
Absolutely. Yeah. So where's that database? I should add it to my set. What I did want to show you is, let's see. No, that's not what I wanted to show you. I did download the desktop version of this because I wanted to show what it would look like. There we go. So that's, even when you have an endless whiteboard space, what did I do? I made a picture background as my container because I like the idea of that container. That, by the way, that's to be an idea of a sandcastle. But it also shows that how you can bring all these colors together for one big image, and it can work.
So, just as an example for people, where did you find that nice sunset image?
In Prezi Images.
Ah, okay.
So I went here with insert an image, and there's a search right here, and it goes to Google Images. So I put something about castle.
Actually, it goes to Flickr, it looks like.
Well, yeah, powered by Google Flickr. So
Flickr is actually a really good website to search for images. Anyone can upload images to
let me do something.
Flickr, and a lot of professional photographers do. And some of them don't want you to use their images for free. But you can actually filter at Flickr on the copyright status. So if you filter for just the stuff that would be permissible for you to use, with attribution, of course, there's still a ton of stuff there. I do find that sometimes, if I don't do the copyright thing right off the bat, I find something truly wonderful, and then, oh, too bad, can't use that one. It can be disappointing, but there's a ridiculous amount of stuff there that is copyright free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and here, if you come down here, when I did my search, which I did not do at first, you can choose show only images licensed for commercial use. So that's going to make sure that you're covered.
But yours is not a commercial use. So
No,
there are
but
a lot more images.
Right, there are a lot. But if you were just saying, I just need a picture of a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make sure that if I show it somewhere, I'm not in trouble.
Right,
So
but
you
you're
can
not. But my point is, that's not really the filter you want. You really
No.
want a filter
But
for that permits for non-commercial use. And there are a lot more of those.
How do you get that?
Well, if you go out to the regular
Okay.
Google Images or go out to regular Flickr, you can do it there and then download that image or something like that, because you can select a file and just upload any image that you have.
I have to say, the other day I was trying to get a Creative Commons something on, like a photomicrograph of silk.
Yeah.
And I really had trouble finding anything.
It can be hard. It can be challenging because sometimes people just don't put any kind of Creative Commons licensing, and so that won't come up like with anything or from anywhere.